What is going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Knights of Teleria, episode number 140. We are so happy to be back. We've got a lot of things to discuss today. We've got some new updates that came in. We got some arena gems that are only going to be available for about a week. We got some really good rewards, and some content creators here ended up getting some really good rewards, as you can see on the screen here. Let's start off with our free-to-play content creator, Mr. Final Compachi. Ken, did you enjoy the Solinar and Tecton creator gift you got from Plarium?
I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't even got my Sierra yet. I still like 300 point away. Like, I think I'm 2 F2P for that. I also got 200 energy on this free stuff. They sent me 200 energy, guys. I didn't got any primal, no immortal, like nothing. Just 200 energy.
Oh,
yeah, having lots of fun, Dudu. How about you? How are you guys doing?
Gessel, what about you? Did you enjoy the copies of Solinar and Tecton that Plarium gave you?
I would love a copy of Tection's Plarium. Please send it on over. I'll take it as soon as I got it. But Soul Daddy's still running things, so yeah, I'm happy I had him since February.
Okay. Jay, what about you? Did you get your copy? Are you happy with him?
No, I don't think I didn't get anything like that, just other materials.
Okay. This is a joke. It was something that one of the other content creators put in chat, and some people believed in content creator chat that this was legitimate. But yeah, I kind of wish this was actually kind of nice. I don't know, chat, what do you guys think? Should Plarium reward its content creators with a Tecton and a Solinar? Let us know. Mr. Zero Brew, how are you doing, man?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
Doing just great. How's the weather down there in Texas?
Hot as you know what. It's hot and sweaty. Although it was nice. We drove up to the top of the hill and watched fireworks. Nice panorama. And it got into the early 90s, light 90s by the time the sun went down. So yeah.
We've had up in New Hampshire, we've been 95 degrees and higher, and I've just not left my house. I go out in the pool and I come back inside the house. I've been in AC all day. It's absolutely brutal out there. So guys, if you are going outside and under these extreme weather conditions, please hydrate, keep yourself safe. You know, don't be a hero. PJ, how about you, man? How you doing?
I'm doing good. Just trying to survive the heat. Today's a little bit better. Yeah, the past few days were really hot. But excited to talk about Raid. Got a lot going on. It should be a good podcast. And I'm glad. If you asked a couple weeks ago what would make you quit, if all the CCs got Tecton and Solinar, I would be probably quitting.
Come on, Chad. Do we not deserve to have a copy of Tecton and Solinar? I think we do. I don't know. But PJ, you're saying it's hot, but yet you're wearing a sweater, bro. What's up with that?
AC is a wonderful thing. And I said it's cooler now. Like today it's like kind of rainy and yucky. It's like 70-ish, I think. So versus 100 and something.
Fair. I don't know. I haven't shaved my head at all, so I gotta keep the beanie up, but I still got the air conditioner in the background. I don't know if you guys can hear it. But yeah, I'm regretting this, but I need to go get a haircut. But we got a couple of things to talk about before we dive into the big meat and bones of today's podcast. First of all, let's start off with the summoning pool here that we have. We've got Varkos up, right? Now, is this somebody that, you know, you want to break the bank for and get? I've seen a lot of showcases for him. He seems pretty good. Is it worth it to go for him right now? I mean, we eventually know that we're going to get a guaranteed for it in some way or another. But Ken, they haven't, I don't believe I've seen the announcement for where we're going to be able to get the rewards from, or to get the summoning, because we usually get one. But are you planning to go for this in the middle of a fusion, Ken?
You mean like Prism?
Yeah, for the Prism, for the
yeah. I mean,
we're going to get the 40. Usually we get him with what is it? Usually we get it with a Gear Ascension, but I don't see it in here, so I don't know where they're going
I mean, if it's going to be free to access, I mean, Odin, yes, I will try my chance. I always do. Like, doesn't matter what champion is that. So
Okay. T-Bone, thank you very much for the sub, brother. I appreciate you so much. Gessel, what about you? Are you going to be going for this event? Is it worth for you? Are you hoping to get yourself a Varkos?
Well, I already got myself a Varkos, so I don't think I'll be going for it. I never go for these prism things except for the free one. I always do the free one. I pulled one Lego of Vizug, bro, the only Lego I've ever gotten out of Prism Shard, and he's terrible. But Vargos is a good champ. If I had a good soul, if I had like a 4-star soul for him, and like his biggest downside is he doesn't like he's a defensive based champ, but like who cares about defense anymore? So he's basically an attack champ, and he dies super easily. But like he's got like you want him to get hit, you want the counter attack. So I feel like if you had like a Niami, like someone that can really keep him protected, he'd be crazy good. But he's just tough keeping him alive. That's the biggest downfall I'm seeing right now.
Okay. Jay, what about you?
I like Vorkos a lot. I just don't think it's worth to go for the Prism. Hopefully they do, some sort of event for him. And I did actually pull the previous champion that they were showcasing on the Prisms, which was Raya. I pulled her out of Void, so I'm pretty good with this event,
Nice.
honestly.
Snap.
Nice.
GG's.
What about I just it really just feels kind of like where are they going to put it in for the rewards, right? Because we're literally in the middle of a fusion. We just came back off of a path and a Titan event, so I'm trying to understand like how hard do they want us to go through our resources with this. PJ, what about you? Because you've been saving quite a bit on these, aren't you?
Yeah, I've been saving. Depending on how it is, I'll try to go for it. I definitely am not going to be opening it for him. I'm pretty sure this is going to be guaranteed for him, like you said. I'd be way more surprised if there wasn't than if there was. So if you guys want him, I would just keep holding off. Save your soul, save your stone or your shard. You don't know what it's going to be. But Teleria was just souls, right? Or what was she? She shards
She
or
was
souls?
souls. She was souls, and was it champion
And
training?
or GD or something. Yeah, so he'll
Yeah.
probably be shards. But I just keep saving both either way. I would assume this will be guaranteed. If it's an easy free 40 whatever, I'll grab it and save it. I'm not gonna be pulling for him this
Okay.
time. But I like him a
And
lot. I'm definitely gonna be going for him.
he seems very cool. And I just don't know myself where I would put him. But it's a problem, I guess, for the whales out there, right? When are you going to use them? You got to collect them all type of situation. Zero, what about you?
Yeah, I'm not doing anything special with this dude. I haven't even seen what's the free event. Like normally they give us a free shard. Have they announced that
Well,
yet?
they have not, and that's the thing, because I'm like,
Okay.
I'm even looking in the calendar currently, and I
Yeah.
don't see one.
And I know we
Unless
have this
they
dead space coming up during the siege time frame. They usually do that. There's like a big
true.
window
We
there.
well,
Wednesday, Thursday.
we've got the deck event, which we'll talk about in a minute here, but I don't foresee them putting in the deck. We do have a summon rush that's right here, so I'm guessing they could do it on the summon rush. But it's gonna be, I think, kind of tough because you've got the summon rush and then you got a summoning a champ chase right afterwards. So I don't know where they would give us that free summon. And could there be a possibility, chat, that maybe they don't give us a free summon for this event? How would you guys feel about that? Sorry, Zero, go ahead.
No, that's perfect segue. No, it's good. Yeah. So for me, I've given up on like spending money on like these types of events. I don't think and I know they give some weird mercy at some high level or something like that. I have gotten lucky in the past. I've pulled Argaz out of this, and pulled some pretty cool, crazy stuff out of this. But I, for the most part, have just go for the free one. I think every time they do this, it should at least allow everyone to farm an event in the game to at least get one free pull. No problems with that. I will say, lately, these free pulls have all been the epic. So it just makes me want to say, I'm not doing anything special for this dude in terms of like pulling it from this perspective yet.
I'm not gonna lie, the last event I did pull, but I got the headline champion, except I just got the wrong headline champion. I ended up getting another copy of this guy right here. So
Oh, damn.
I mean, it's okay, but I've already had them. I would have preferred the Raya, but that said, and then I did get my first copy of oh, what was his name on the account too? Where's our boy here? Come on, where is Glaciad, Meltwater. First copy on the main account. I was happy.
He's dope.
Hey,
Yeah.
Chad.
Oh, Glacier. Yeah, he's good.
Yeah, definitely will be using him. That said, I think overall the summoning event, it's okay. Are there any champions in here that I'd really want? Not really. Freya's probably the only one that I'm
Glaceia. I
missing.
want Glaceia.
I have Glaceia. She's actually a really good counter to the current meta, but like most people would be going for Gina back in the day. And honestly, at this point, I feel like most endgame accounts where they are, I don't know. Do you guys still use your Gina at all? I mean, I have 3 of them, and I'm struggling to like try to keep them on a team that's not going to be a speedrun team. But other than that, I think for myself, I'd go for a Freya. Other than Varco's here, are you hoping for anybody else, Jay?
Honestly, because I already have the Raya, but think
No
there's
one else,
anybody else.
nothing else here that you'd really want. Chat, is there another particular
Um,
champion in this summoning pool that you guys would want?
I got 2
Arima
Glaceias
for your
previously
boy
from
Zero Brew. I
Shards.
would love to get that.
Yeah, Harima's pretty good too.
Wait, let's try something. Zero, go ahead and just call Harima out like 3 times.
Harima.
Let's see. Does this work? Come on. No, you failed me. That's okay. We got
Wow,
it the first
shock.
time.
I'm shocked.
Apothecary. That's the best rare in the game. No, I'm just kidding.
Gessel, what about you on the summoning pool? Is there anything in particular you're looking for? If you do get it,
No.
anything you really want to chase?
Actually, hey, I don't have a Stultus, but I don't really want him.
Okay.
So no, not really. I actually would probably hold on to the Prism. I've been trying to do that, like PJ style, and I fail every
So hard.
time.
I
Oh,
know.
bro,
I
it's so
click
hard,
it.
dude. A red dot, bro. I hit it. I red dot. I hit it. So
Oh,
maybe I'll try and start it this time.
Listen, I've been so hard trying not to pull these red dots that it's just like
brutal, bro. It's
so
brutal.
hard, so hard. But yeah. Ken, is there anything that you're looking for out of the summoning pool?
Gisha, man, she's super OP. Not gonna lie.
Which one?
Like I hate her. Gisha,
Glaceia.
the golden booty
Glace-
girl.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, Gisha. Yeah. Sorry.
And then Zero, you just said
My
Harima.
Sabriel hater. Yeah,
Your
you know.
Sabriel. Well, she's making, she had a little bit of a thing out there when it was just Warlord, but now she's making a massive comeback because of the excessive amount of lockout champions that are coming in. PJ, what about you?
Yeah, definitely. She's up there for one of my most wanted. I don't have a Harima, so I would still take Harima. She's not as like necessary as she was a couple of years ago, but she's a cool champion. Definitely still good in like siege and stuff. So I wouldn't mind grabbing her. But I wouldn't pull for like this event. But just in general, I wouldn't mind getting them.
Okay. So I think, like I said, overall the summoning pool is okay, not great, but it is what it is. I do want to make a quick announcement here. We are going to be, by the end of this podcast, be picking who wins the referral accounts for the Teleria Homecoming. So the video that you want to go leave a comment on will be posted in chat right now. So go ahead and leave a comment on that video, and hopefully by the end of this, somebody on the live stream will be winning. And if you do, you'll get yourself all of those extra goodies. Now, tomorrow, I believe it is, we are going to be having some boosted chances on pulling some soul stones. Finally. Although it feels like lately there's been more and more, right? But because of the Twisted Deck event, let's see, where is it? Sorry. We're planning to launch an Awakening boost, giving you 2x chances to summon 4, 5, and 6-star perfect souls from Mortal Soul Stone. So that's the little guys. Now, are you going to be pulling for this event and go for the deck? because I don't really think the deck is going to have anything in there other than the relic material, if I'm not mistaken. Is it going to be there's nothing I see that is going to be crazy. The basalt, I'm guessing we're probably going to get like a 3-star, but Zero, what about you? Will you be going?
No, I mean, like in this last card flip where they gave us the free champion, it's like that's really where I hold out for these things. And I know they do these boosted like things in between, and we just said it earlier, like, hey, the headliner champ, they might do a freebie thing for us or whatever. And I felt like they tried to drain our souls right before the last one. And of course, we had the last one with the freebie champion, and now it looks like they're trying to do it again. So for me personally, I'm a little weary of this, and I swear to God, I never get anything, especially from the little guys, worth a flip half the time. Um, so yeah, I think for this one, I'm probably going to skip, and I just hold out for when they, once every 3 to 6 months, give us a free champion. And it's like, hey, if I hold these, and of course, y'all know I got a hoarding problem, but if I hold these and hoard them, then I'm guaranteed a free champion, right? So
So the only I'm trying to look through here through the messages that they gave us, but it doesn't say that you'll be able to pin the cards either.
well,
Which
that's
is
You
kind of
can.
shitty.
No,
You
I
can,
think you
you can.
can.
You can?
You can.
Okay, because
It
I'm
says in
looking
game,
for
I
the,
think.
it says that in game?
Yeah.
Okay.
The message they
Um,
send us, it's showing you can.
in content creator chat?
Yep, yep, yep.
Okay. I'm gonna take another look at it again. But PJ, what about you?
I think this is one of those kind of events where you want to just do what you can. It's one of the, like, you don't need to do all of it to do well. Like, just grab a little bit. I don't think I'm gonna pull personally. I'm kind of, I feel like in saving mode. I pulled a bunch for Teleria. I have 31 mortals and I have like 30 coins, so 60 total. Like, that's not gonna really do me too much. I could pull them and try to just convert the coins because there's a boost. I think some people might be doing that, but I think I'm gonna just save mode. I'm just gonna save them. Maybe do a little bit of, I don't know, is it DD or champ training alongside it, flip a few coins. It only gets tricky where if they get you where you do get the 2 purples pinned and you're just hunting for that last one and
Yep.
it takes forever. That's where it really becomes tricky because you can get screwed there and use way more than you intend to. But yeah, I think I'm just gonna do a little bit, nothing too crazy, and just call it a day.
Okay. Yeah, I do see here in the message now. I had to scroll all the way down because apparently I just don't like to do that. But you will be able to pin him. Gessel, what about you? Awakening boost tomorrow, summoning. Is it worth it?
No, I'm not really feeling this one. I feel like well, I don't know, like 50 for the mythical relics. Like I don't know, what are you chasing there? Give us 100, then maybe like you get a relic pull out of it. That might be worth, but I don't really understand the 50, so I'm not really feeling this one.
Yeah. Just to give a breakdown, there will be 300 rare, mystical or rare materials, 200 epic, 150 legendary, and 50 mythical. For anybody out there that's wondering what the rewards will be for the relic crafting material, definitely feels a little bit kind of just, I don't know, on the very low end, right? Stingy. Jay, what about you? Will you be going for this event?
No, I'll probably be just doing as much as I can while I'm doing the fusion. Not gonna go too crazy. I think gear's way better to go harder on in a champion than just some little bit of relics. Most of the time, you just get rares and epics anyways. And I don't want to waste too many resources and get cooked on the next one. So
Right. And then last but not least, our boy here, Final Compachi. What about you? Will you be going for this?
Yeah, I normally need to skip this kind of event and save my resources, but having a Sabriel not blessing is forcing me to do that. Like last time I opened like 50, 60 immortal, like more than 10 eternal. Like I never opened that much before. Like and bunch of the mortal, I got nothing, man. Like not even 1 star. I don't know. I'm probably going to yell a couple of problem.
All right. I mean, I was planning on holding, but until I saw this Quintus 5-star soul, I really, really want either a 5 or a 6-star soul plarium. Please, please, tomorrow for Quintus. I really need it. I really, really need it. Okay. So I've got, like 65 69, whatever. Just in those, please give me a 6-star Quintessol. Because apparently I don't have enough because I don't like to save to buy shit. So, chat though, are you guys going to be going for this event? Will you be pulling? Let me know or let us know in the chat. All right, so let's talk a little bit about the rewards that Plarium gave us this week to celebrate Plarium Play, right? The rewards that they're usually everybody gets around the same type of reward, but this time the spectrum of the rewards was way different. So let me start off with what I saw being the least reward, which was a 2-star basalt and 500 starstone dust. Chat, did any of you guys get this? Any of you on the panel get this?
I didn't even
No?
got that one.
You didn't even get that one.
Yeah.
How much did you get?
I got 200k silver, 200 energy.
200k silver, 200k energy. So if you were free to play, you didn't even get this, which is kind
Yeah.
of sad, right?
Yep.
And the disparity between these is, again, it ramps up pretty hard. So this I ended up getting on one of my alt accounts that, you know, probably haven't spent in like the last year, right? It was pretty disheartening, especially when you go through and you see the next one, which has a pretty significant bump, right, to 800
That's what I
starstone
got.
dust. The 3-star basalt, 1 beryl, 1 primal, and 1 void. Gessel, you said this is what you got?
I feel like that's what I got. Yeah, it looks familiar.
Chat, did you
Let's
guys
do the
end
next
up
one,
getting,
maybe.
Did you guys end up getting this one? I'm curious because there was really no way of like defining who got what, because it felt like some of the accounts that I don't think it was spending overall the last year as we start going through, because there were some other accounts that I've spent on but didn't get the same rewards, right? So this was the next tier up. The one after this was a legendary book, the Primal Void, the Feast, the 4-star Basalt, the Barrel, and then you got 20 essences and 1,000 of the Starstone Dust. Did any of you guys get this?
I think I got that one.
You got that one?
Get
Yeah.
the piece.
I might have
I
gotten
got-
that one.
I got that one.
I don't really know.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
Any of you guys got this? I'm curious. You got this one, Jay?
Yeah, because I rarely have mythical books, so I got one.
Yeah, I definitely got
You
that
mean
one.
legendary
I got the
books?
1,000 Starstone and stuff. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
got
Kinda
that
the
one.
book, maybe.
All right.
Yeah.
And then, you know, if you were really a true whale, you ended up getting this one, which is what I got.
Jesus.
1.5k Starstone Dust, 30 essences, 2 of the basalts, 1 of the feast, 1 legendary book, 1 barrel, 2 void shards, and 1 primal. How many of you guys got this one? Did you get the gift pack? Let me know in chat, because I would love to see who got the 1, 2, 3,
Mr.
or 4.
Bossman got it.
Mr. Bossman got the 4. Yeah, it's kind of insane, the disparity between all of those rewards, right? Now, usually with something like this, everybody gets kind of the same thing, just maybe depending on the level. So I want to hear from chat what your thoughts are on them switching, because it looks like they may do this for more events where it's based on what you spend is what they give you. And I really hope that they don't go down this way. But let me start off with Ken first. Ken, what are your feelings about how they structured this based on the spending that you've done as opposed to the account level that they've usually done?
I am really grateful to Plarium is give me 200 energy by the playing the game since the 2019. I actually didn't decide to how to spend it yet. This energy, people are giving me advice like don't spend it on the like one single content. Make sure to use it like correctly. So I will try to do my best to like deserve this 200 energy. Thank you Polar.
Okay. So Ken is not for it at all, it sounds like. Gestel, what about you? What are your thoughts on the, situation where they're looking to divert more about spending than, account longevity, I guess?
I mean, to Kampachi's point, it's it would make more sense if they did it how long you played the game, not how much you spent. Like I don't know, that would make more sense to me. Like reward the people who've actually stuck around and played. And I don't mean like someone who started account in like 2020 and then picked it back up like 6 months ago. I mean like play days, right? I'm sure they have track of that. Like that,
Yeah.
then they should reward it off of that. That would make way more sense. That would make people like Kampachi not talking, as sarcastically as he just was, right? So yeah, I don't know. That would go a long way, I think, in the community. Something like that. Not just pay. Yeah, like the wheels don't need stuff like this, bro. Like, did you care that you got that? Did you really care? Nah.
Honestly, I did because of the Starstone dust.
Okay, there you go. Yeah, it's the only hard thing to get right now, right?
Well, exactly it. Like I craft relics. I move shit around, and this is like the first time ever that I've had 10,000 Starstone dust, and I'm just
damn,
like
bro.
excited as hell.
That's
Usually
nice,
I'm like
yeah,
a
that's nice.
1,000 or 2.
But like the
so
rest
yeah.
of the stuff, like who cares about those hams? Like I got 50 of those things. Were you ever using them? Never. Like a lot of those things, who cares about them? I think.
Yeah, I mean, hams wise, books, yeah, I could have used it. Ham wise, I think I'm setting up. Yeah, there's 8. So
Yeah, like
there's not a
those
lot of
things
use
took
for
on.
those other than like the champ trainings that you're trying to snipe at the last minute. But
Yeah, exactly. That's all they're for.
PJ, them moving towards this kind of model, hopefully that it doesn't stick. Is this going to be something that makes you want to spend more?
I don't know because I don't spend that much, and I got one of the better rewards. So I'm still confused on what it was based off of and how they did it. Like, I wish they would give us more information.
Well, they're not going to do
'Cause
that.
yeah, I mean, well, what did they do? Because they changed the amount of points the cards are, right?
They did change.
do.
So this was just the celebrating the Plarium points rewards, not
I thought.
not the
Oh, really? I thought this was because of them changing the cards.
no.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure like the
No.
PJ said, I think.
No,
I'm
no.
not. That's the thing. Like they didn't give us like any information. Like
So-
some people have a CR, some people doesn't have a CR.
So
Like I also don't know like how
the
they
Plarium-
calculate that.
So the Plarium points reward, right? This was totally different. So if you didn't have Sersha and you were working up to Sersha, you got some extra rewards. If you already passed Sersha, right? It would only increase the rewards. You only got a slight increase. There are some people that did get Sersha because, like I think Ken said, Boozer just got it. And I did get it on one of my alt accounts. I got Sersha. There's some ones that I'm like 50 or 100 away from getting Sersha. So those were totally different. This individual gift, this gift right here, was to celebrate Plarium points. Because
Why
they
I'm not
did-
celebrating then? Where is my celebration?
Well, so I'm looking for the message here. It says the Plarium Points Reward program will be updated to reduce the point requirements. As mentioned in the past during the program updates, the costs have earned and won change. The recalculating, what was it? There was another one that was made. I'll have to find it here in a second. But
Like, what card are you on, Gestel?
I got stuff running. I can't check.
Do you
It's
have any
about
idea?
Hold on, it's about to end.
Because I'm on the second card. I have 11,000 Polarium points going towards the second card.
And I may have gotten the one that you got. Honestly, I was trying to think of. I don't know. I don't know which one I got. But here, it's about to end. I'll tell you in a second.
Oh, nice. Well, I'm just very curious of like what the parameters were of who got what.
Wait, you're on the
Yeah.
second like awakening items?
No, like I'm on the get champion and then artifact and accessories. 11,000 for that.
So I'm way past that.
Yeah, you're
already
way
got
past that. You're on the second stage. Yeah, there's more cards after the soul. People don't even know
Yeah.
that after the champion soul, there's more cards. It just keeps
Yeah.
going
Oh,
and
yeah,
going
yeah.
and going.
I'm at
So yeah, I'm on.
20,269.
Wait, how do you even get to that?
It's just on Polarium points on the left side. You the 3 dots or whatever, and they go to Polarium points.
But what
Oh
we
yeah, I'm on awakening items. Yeah, so I'm on the second one. I have 2884.
okay.
Awakening items.
So you're on
you
the
have
one
artifacts and
that-
accessories. Yeah, awakening items. You're with him.
He's above
You're-
me.
I'm at.
Yeah, you're even more.
So that's
Wait, where are you at?
I'm at the first
artifact-
page. You're on the second page.
Yeah, I am on the second page.
Have you gotten
Yeah.
Saoirse's soul yet?
Wait, no, I have 2,800 points. You have 13,000.
But they're different cards. You have to look at the cards.
Oh. Oh.
There's
Oh
different
yeah, I
ones.
have
Chat.
21 over there. Oh yeah. Okay.
So you're in the
So I'm
second
at
one.
like I'm on the second. I have 2,800 points.
So
on the
you should have
second
had
one.
what Blazin got.
Correct.
No, I did not get that. I
Really?
100%
That's what I'm
did
saying.
not get that.
Interesting.
This is weird.
Yeah,
Interesting.
I did not get the 30 essences. I track my essences super closely, bro. It's the only thing I care about. I did not get 30 essences.
Yeah,
I
and I'm on the
would've loved
first
that.
page of the second card.
Interesting. Zero. What about you?
I have no idea what any of this means. And I have no clue what I got. I clicked buttons and I said, cool. I'm very confused. I have 20,269 points, whatever that means. And I looked at my Saoirse. I have a 4-star soul for her. I don't know if I pulled that or
Yeah, so you're on the second
Okay.
page then.
I guess.
Do you
Um,
have the same thing as Blazing right now? The artifacts, accessory, oil, awakening items, and XP and rank up items as your cards.
Artifact essential oils. Yes, that's what I'm on.
Yeah, so you're on the
Okay.
second page as well.
So here's the announcement that we got. The Celebrate Plarium Point program update in version 11.65. Players will receive bonus packs from a small token of appreciation for playing Raid Shadow Legends, participating in the Plarium Points reward program. The content packs will vary depending on your progress in the Plarium Points program. So this was a separate gift on top of all of the other ones that you would get from Plarium Points, the cards. So, Jay, what about you? What are your feelings or thoughts about?
I didn't.
them
Hold
s-
on, hold on. I didn't do my. Hold on, let's
Okay.
jump in on my feelings about. Here's my deal, though. So whatever that means, and I do feel for like Ken, who's free to play, and people that play. And of course, you play on the PC, you get all the bonus points that you can possibly get in the game and stuff. So it does reward people who play it every single day, and obviously it rewards people that spend money. I think the ship has sailed on this game trying to balance stuff out for people, and the more money you spend the more powerful your account gets, and
That's not true, though.
unfortunately
That's not true.
I mean time too. I mean, it's, if you have an old enough account, I mean, yes and no. I'm just saying, like, hey,
So
if they drop a 10 or 15x on whatever champ of the day, and anyway, it's a
Yeah.
gambling company. Like, at the end of the day, is it shitty for people that don't necessarily spend money in this game? Yeah, possibly, but at the same time, like, it does fit a capitalistic model. So I don't know. I'm kind of straddling the fence on that.
Okay. Jay, what about you?
I can see both sides. It's like it's like investors who into companies when they buy stocks and stuff. It's like, hey, we give you dividends. Like, we give you something special to make you keep wanting to spend. Because imagine if you spent money on something and they're just like, oh, we're just gonna get you. We don't care that you spent money last year. Next year, we got new things you need to spend money on. It's like, what the hell? What about all the money you invested? Like previously, like I spent most of my money in the first 2-3 years. If I would have known that, because they didn't say they weren't going to do like Marvel Strike Force, they said they weren't in the plans of doing all these things. So I was thinking, okay, we're never going to have that, right? But now we got blessings and mythicals. It's like, bro, I would have saved all my money back then instead of booking like legendaries and stuff like that, and would have saved it till now. I could have easily spent 5-10K and got all the stuff I wanted now instead of back then. So
Jay,
it just
I find it sometimes hard to believe you because you fed a Sifi back when she was meta. Okay, so sometimes
I fed 10 legendaries, 5 into an Athel and 5 into a Renegade. Okay. And I still have those champions. Anyways, but that's besides the point. You know, if I spend how my money I have 5 Armigers and 5 Painkeepers. Who's doing that, right? I have a 60 level 60 Death Knight. Not everyone's willing to do that. But anyways. But yeah, like I'm not saying that they should only exile or exemplament everyone else who's free to play from getting stuff. I think they should get stuff too, but not, of course, not at the quality of people who are spending. But it just feels weird when someone just gets 200 energy and someone's getting like crazy, like a free Lego and all this other stuff. Like, I like it when they do their anniversaries and you go into the left hand side in the shop and everyone can click and everyone can get the same thing as long as you're logging in every day. That's fair. That's fair for everyone. If they want to do exclusive clubs and all this other stuff and give you a little bit extra because you spend an extra $100 per month and give you like one little book, okay, that's fine. I don't mind. I don't think most players would care about that. But when you're giving like big amounts, it's like that starts to add up if they start doing that every like quarterly or every month, right? That starts to give a huge disadvantage to the free-to-play player and the spenders. Like, spenders already have an advantage because you're spending. Like, why pull even more? This is why Mythical Faction Guardian was like, whoa, big no-no, which we'll probably talk about later today.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like it's definitely one of the situations where you have to be really careful because as much as there's pay-to-win players, they're not a big majority of the community. Right?
Yeah, but
it's-
here's the deal. Here's the deal. I got to jump in. I'm sorry. We have said over and over and over again, the let's just say it's 1 out of every 10 people spend a ton of money in this game, and the other 90% get to play it free to play. Like, I don't see there's anything wrong with awarding those people. That's like saying, hey, I own a Starbucks shop, and every single day, if anybody wants to get a little sampler cup of coffee to hope it leads to a sale, feel free to come get it. But I'm not going to stop you from getting it. You get your free sip of coffee. But hey, Bob comes in and buys a jug, a jug for his office every single day. Well, you know what? On the 10th time, Bob comes in, I'm going to give him a free one or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that personally. I'm just throwing it out there.
That is, but you're kind of making the point that I was going to try to make is loyalty, right? You're rewarding the loyalty of having those players. And I think the loyalty should play a little bit more of an emphasis on the rewards that the players get, right? Because again, a big majority of the player base, we always talk about it. It's the 1% that is out there wailing hard. But the other 99% is what's keeping the 1% active, right? Because let's be honest, they're beating up on the low spend or the mid-tier players or the free-to-play players, but that level of players are the ones that are keeping this game alive. They probably outnumber the 1% 100 to 1 for every one of me or one of Gessel or Zero or PJ is out there. There's 100 Kens, and those are the ones that are keeping the game alive to boost their analytics and say, hey, we have a player base. So
don't we also say the spenders keep the game alive?
We do. The spenders keep the bills paid, right? But the spenders, I mean, look, and this is kind of where it's a little playing devil's advocate. The spenders will pay the bills, will keep the lights on. The free-to-players are what give you the numbers, okay? And you could have a game where you have 100 spenders and that's it, right? That's the player base. Would you play that game, or would you play the game that has 7,000 free-to-play players that are active, right? For me, I would look at, okay, well, there's something more with the free-to-play players that's keeping that game active, as opposed to the 100 that are just to pay to win. So,
Well, the good news is they don't have to worry about that if they don't fix Mercurial, because these people are getting more and more pissed off that they can't do anything in the game because they introduce a set that just nullifies the entire rules of the game. Sorry to bring that up, but
we're
I'm
gonna
over
get
here
into
just
that.
trying to maintain my gold 3, and I'm going against trip Mercurials, and I'm like, this is so stupid.
Yep, we're
Go
gonna
ahead.
go. We're gonna go through that in just a minute, because there has been a lot of that 1% that is leaving, right? You know, we talked about it last time. That said, you know what? Let's jump into that part. So Supreme Chat got a message this week that's from Corey that says, "Hey everybody, I'd like to better understand how you feel about Mercurial and Raid in general today. The good, equally important as the bad, your frustrations, your wishes, and everything else in between. So to create this thread below, we'll ask you to please write your thoughts. Constructive tone would be appreciated." That is kind of funny. But the questions that were popped out, the first one is, overall, how do you feel about Mercurial today? Would you keep it as is, or do you think it needs to change, and why? Let me start off with Ken first. Chat, I want to hear from you guys in the comments.
Mercury said.
Yes. Overall, how do you feel about Mercurial set today? Would you keep it as is, or do you think it needs to change?
I am tired of the Polarium releasing broken stuff without testing, and after that, after we waste all resources to try to get them, like make it like, especially if you're talking about the gear set, ascend them, using our 6-star beautiful glyph on them, and after that they are like, hey guys, it's too broken, we got the feedback from the important people, so we are going to nerf it.
And who are the important people, Ken?
Yeah, yellow those people.
Yellow top people. Okay.
Bro, come on, they did the same thing with the Stone Skin back in the day. HP burn, you know, like stuff like that, bomb, or bypass the Stone Skin, then they slowly release a champion, ignore the Stone Skin. We can already see like that's going to be happen to Mercury set as well, so it doesn't really surprise me. But the Dread Bomb Relic, for example, they nerfed it recently. Why?
Mm-hmm.
You wasn't aware how is this relic working before you released it, Polarium? Before you put that behind of the Forge Pass?
They can buff
Really?
Maria now, right? They can bring
Yeah.
her back because they nerfed
Hmm.
Dread Bomb. That was the whole reason they nerfed her, right? It was because of Dread Bomb.
No.
Yes,
Polarium,
wasn't
no,
it?
no. What is Polarium going to do with the Dread Bomb too?
Not
No,
Polarium,
Maria.
Hey, Maria. Oh, yeah, very good call. Oh,
Yeah.
very good
Yeah.
call. Yeah, we should be talking louder about that.
Gessel, what about you? How do you feel about Mercurial? Would you keep it as is? Does it need any changes?
Well, they can't. I mean, they could change it now. Yeah, I kind of on Ken's path. Like, I think this is something they should address before they released it. They're either gonna. I don't know if they'll tweak or nerf it. What they're ultimately, I think they're gonna do is just release counters to it, either in both, either sets, champions, or both. So that's really, I think, what they're gonna do. But yeah, I don't know. Mercurial's annoying. Mercurial's annoying. Really, I feel like Mercurial's more annoying on damage champs, i.e., Maria, the dumbest champ in the game. And not as dumb as Nice, but almost there.
Hey,
Uh,
Nias just got a massive nerf this week, okay? Don't mess with my boy. Nias just got a massive nerf, and I'm pissed.
He's
What
bugged,
nerf?
isn't he? He's just bugged.
Yeah, he's bugged
With his
right now.
passive?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not nerfed. He's just bugged.
He's,
Relax.
in my eyes, he's nerfed right now.
Relax.
So yeah, I don't know. Mercurial to me, it doesn't annoy me on like support champs. It annoys me on damage dealers. Garl, Predator, Maria, like people that like can ultimately ignore defense at like an insane amount, and then you throw a 9-piece Mercurial on them. Solinar, another one. You know, and they have the ability to come back to life. Like then it becomes absurd because like Maria, bro, she just keeps taking extra turns, so she just keeps getting Mercurial. If you hit her again, she's taking an extra. Like if you get a counterattack off, you might get the Mercurial off, but hey, she's taking another turn. So like I don't know. I thought it was an idiot idea to have that popping up on a 9-piece. I thought that was so dumb when I originally read it. I'm like, what are they thinking? Like, they're just gonna constantly have this thing all the time? Like, that's basically like saying you're gonna have stone skin all the time, almost, you know? So I thought it was a dumb idea originally. It's proved to be dumb and super annoying, and now they gotta fix it. So how are they gonna fix it? I don't know. I assume that's why they went to the Supreme Club, but whatever. We'll see what they do.
Hopefully, we'll give them a
And
little bit of a chance here. But Zero, what about you?
yeah, and then the only thing that really can do anything to it, right, is the block skills or whatever. Like you can put people's skills on cooldown and can get a quote around it. So you can kind of get around that. And then once you get it off of them with multi-hitters or whatever, you can put block debuffs up, right? So,
Well,
but I don't know.
Seal also
You start
works as well too. So like
what?
Carnage works with it as well too. So Carnage's I think is a
Oh, right.
2. Can put Seal on, and that works against it.
Okay. Yeah, so it's like, you got all of that crap on. The other thing that really annoys the shit out of me is they put Mercurial on and they put wands on them. And so you go to land a debuff because that's what your champion does or whatever. Let's just say it's a stun from Taras because that's just what's built into his kit. And they have Mercurial on, so you'll take a thing down from that, but then they'll wand the stun back onto you or whatever. And it's like, wait a second. If I can't land a debuff on the champion, how the hell is Juan redirecting debuff? So that's really, really annoying to me. And then just the fact that it just keeps coming back, right? Like you
Yeah.
get super fast champions and like if I were to fix it, I would say maybe do the same thing that the newer gear sets do, where it's like, oh, you can get 3 or 4 stacks of it, and then once it's gone, right?
Yeah.
I think that would be the fact that it just keeps coming back. And the most toxic thing that's happening right now is they've released all these really cool champions, your Mavaras and obviously Odin was already in the game, but all these other champions that have Hilvi, that have all the block debuffs and unkillable. It's like that combination just hit the game tremendously, and a lot of people could get it, which is cool. I guess this helps the argument of the free to plays, right? So now they have access to these powerful champions and they can technically farm and get Mercurial, and then you combo that, a 400 speed Hilvi or a 400 speed Mavara with 9-piece Mercurial is so freaking toxic. It's absurd. So
Yeah.
it basically
Uh,
just nullifies everything in the game. Like, okay, cool. All the champions that have poisons and bombs and whatever, they just might as well just throw them in the trash because they're worthless now. And like,
Yeah.
that's so dumb to me.
All right, so let's kind of go through this because we've got a couple more things to talk about. But PJ, your overall feelings about Mercurial?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's definitely an issue. I mean, they kind of even admitted that it's an issue because they said that they were expecting Grim Force to be a lot harder than it was. They said they didn't think it was going to be that easy. They thought
Right.
people weren't going to be able to clear it the first go around. So, I mean, I think they know it's an issue too. I mean, I don't think it's just Mercurial. I think it's just Arena in general right now with how much power creep they've done in the past few months. It's insane. They have released some counters to Mercurial, but it's impossible to get. Like deflection, I love deflection from Mercurial, but you have to place in Plat Arena or do these crazy like Deck of Fates and stuff to get, or the accessories are impossible to get. They release these great champions that counter it. Sabriel, okay, but she's a mythical. You have like Techaton or Hecaton, all these new champions that are void legendaries that are impossible to get. So it's like, yeah, if you have one of them, then I'm sure it wouldn't be that bad. But yeah, no, they are releasing stuff to help counter it, but it's way different than Stone Skin when they released like HP burn and stuff like that, where it was more accessible to everyone. Yeah, I don't know. Like Zero Brew said, like it coming back, like all you guys said, like yeah, I think it could use some adjusting, but it's not just Mercurial. I think the whole arena right now is just like kind of in a messy spot.
Right. Alpha, I gotta say, man, this is a pretty good free to play team right here. Every one of these champions easily accessible. Jay, what about you? What are your overall thoughts about Mercurial right now?
Yeah, first in the beginning, I thought Mercurial was just like cancer, especially on the mythicals. On the voids and stuff like that, it just feels like Stone Skin. It feels like a more broken version of Stone Skin. But on the mythicals, that's where I have a problem with it. On champions like Galather, Nice, Sabriel, Theodosia, these type of champions, especially, they're gonna go fast anyways. Now you give them another way to get more res and go fast and to protect them on top of their own passives. It's too much. Now in terms of like new voids or even like Vistelli, like things like that, you can get through this. I've gone through it. I don't use no Mercurial champions in Live Arena at all or Classic Arena, and I have an 85% win rate right now. It's my highest so far. So I'm doing really good. What I'm basically doing is if people are going fast in Mercurial, I'm going slower and punishing them and getting extra turn, like more counterattacks or more AoE hits, which knocks off all the Mercurial hits, and then they're exposed because they only have that one little stack, and then they die. If they use predators or thing like that, I pretty much try to lock them out, right? Because that's the good thing about Mercurial is you can still lock people out. If you couldn't, they would need to nerf the set ASAP. It would need to be the most broken thing in raid, but you can still lock people out, which gives you time to slowly break off those stacks, and then eventually you kill the champs. If you go fast, you can go fast and go resist. People are using Talina, Fabian, Night Queen, Crixia. If you build resist teams, which I like to, you can also resist the meta. There's a lot of things you can resist in the game. The only champion that's hard, like super hard, 2 champs, that you're probably not going to resist, and I've resisted Talina's, Fabian's, Warlords, everything, is Night Queen Crixia, because she has, of course, her kit synergizes where she gets free res and free act, and she can ignore res. So annoying. And then they have 6-star blessings on those, right? And then Galather, because he gives himself increased accuracy, and he also ignores your res on top of that. So it's like, what the, like, those 2 mythicals, once again, I said mythicals are the only thing that I'm noticing with 9-piece Mercurial is really hard. But everything else, has its counter, right? Varkos can now counter the champion that I'm using because he ignores Unkillable on his A1, right? People are getting Swift Parry. Well, Varkos can ignore that if it procs. So it just little things I've noticed. This meta does make you change how you have to do things. You can't just go first, lock out. Let me just attack with my Marius. That might help if your Marius even gets a turn, right? But there's a lot of things. There's Supersonic. There's Mavara's in the meta. There's Predator. There's a lot of more synergy of being tanky. If you look like a team like Sheeny, it doesn't really boost and go first. It just sits there and lets you attack them. And then he just punishes you after you've done your whole like nuke and you can't win. He just comes back and wins. So I've noticed that's why you see a lot of Donatellos, a lot of more juicy, thick champions, Pelops, things like that. But yeah, of course they're trying to sell you stuff like Raya and having new multi-hitters, like Tekaton, I guess, to get through it. But there's other ways to get through it. I think it does need a slight adjustment. The stats that gives you is just too easy. It's just too easy. Like Hydra, takes a grind. But Grim Forest, you just go in there, I throw in random champions and I win Grim Forest. Full auto.
Yeah, we'll get a little more into those, but I mean, I'm just gonna say, Jay, don't be too upset with Galathiers and 9-piece Mercurial until you try it. I mean, once you try it,
I have one.
It's really good. All right, let's talk a little bit about the second question here. Is how's Mercurial affected PvP for you? Is the main issue the total guard stacks are too difficult to beat? Or is it that the teams simply just take too long? Fights take too long. What is it that's the biggest issue for you in PvP wise? Ken?
I mean, to be honest, like I agree with the Jay, what he said earlier. Like whenever I was using like Go Second Team, Mercurial, I can deal with that. Like most of the time, I'm using like Carnage. His counter attack is great way to deal against the enemy Mercury set. Now I'm using Spit Team, of course, like I have like Sabriel. So she's really helping me over there against the Mercury. Most of the people can also use like champion like Marius. If you rebuild your Marius in the fast, which is the high speed, high accuracy, it can be deal both Stone Skin and the Mercury set. To be honest, like dealing Stone Skin, I feel like harder than the Mercury. Mercurial, you just need to like attack the target to get rid of it. Stone skill, like doesn't matter how hard you try, there is still like 50-50. Except the HP burn, of course. I don't really have a problem with the Mercury set, personally. Seriously saying that.
Gessel, what about you? Has Mercurial affected you in PvP? You're muted.
Sorry, I had the dogs barking. Yeah, like I said earlier, my biggest problem is with the damage dealers. Like Maria, it's absurd on. anyone that gets like a lot of extra turns, it's absurd on mythicals. It's absurd on. But yeah, other than that, I don't necessarily care if I see Mercurial full triple stack total guards on the opposite team, because I'm typically coming in with people that can multi-hit, AoE hit, uh, and those stacks are going to fall off quickly. So I don't necessarily care. It's really those damage dealers. I find that to be the most chaotic and the most frustrating. Maria specifically, she is the worst, the worst, and then can hit through everything too once you have enough turns or buffs or whatever the hell's going on with her. So I think she's the absolute worst. She like really has made me hate Mercurial. Maybe I could think of one or two other champs where I've like really been frustrated by it, but for the most part, like on support champs, I actually almost prefer it sometimes to see it than like Stone Skin or something else, like depending on the situation. But
Okay. Chat, this comes from somebody who has Solinar, so I want to know what your thoughts are on his response.
dude, there's so many lockout champs. Like, if you're seriously afraid of Solinar these days with all the lockout champs and Talania, like, I don't know what to tell you. You guys got to learn how to play the game. The Solinar is not the problem these days. Not the problem. Not the problem.
Jay, what about you? Let's try to keep it a little short.
Yeah, it's the same thing that like when Stone Skin first came out. We're just readjusting. I actually like everyone's saying, Stone Skin's worse. Mercurial's actually pretty easy for me. I actually like it when they're all a 9-piece Mercurial. Most champs, except for Maria, is true. Most champs don't hit hard enough. Even Predator, like unless they have like a +2 or 6-star bliss, they don't hit hard enough. I just stand there, I go, okay, you ate weed, I'm still alive. Honestly, I think Mercurial, I know I don't want to say that it needs a buff, but it just needs
Don't.
adjustment. It just needs
Joe,
adjustment.
Okay.
What they could do is that a champion, when it gets an extra turn
hold
under,
on. We'll get to what they
Okay.
can do for it in just a minute. I don't want to keep answering the same questions over and over again. But Zero, what about you?
What was the question?
Has Mercurial affected you in PvP? What's the main issue?
Yeah, I
it
hate it.
has?
I
Okay.
absolutely hate it. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I
fair.
mean, yeah, you can make a champ, you can make a team that can kind of counter it and this or the other, but then like I really hate it in tag teams. I feel like people are just throwing uh, you know, 12 champs and 9-piece Mercurial, and then it's really hard. It's a little bit harder. Oh, well, I need 3 different teams that are specifically built for Mercurial or whatever, and it gets stupid. I don't know.
Okay. PJ, what about you? Has Mercurial affected you at all in PvP?
Like this personally, yes. I don't like it. I mean, again, this is like a personal question. I don't like change. I'm not very good with change, and I had a very good Stone Skin team, like to counter Stone Skin. I had Commodus, like 6-star Blast, like speed team. Matches were very quick. Either I'd win fast or I'd lose fast. I think the issue, yeah, like I haven't done live arena in the past 2 seasons pretty much because of Mercurial. That takes longer. It's not as fun for me. And again, this is a personal thing. I don't have like necessarily champions that counter it insanely. I have like Carnage and stuff. But personally, yeah, it's affected me. I could adapt and try to change when I should, but yeah, no, I'm not a big fan of it.
Okay. How has it affected you in the meta? Do you think Mercurial has pushed out other viable teams or champions? If yes, which ones? If not, what new strategies or champions do you think has it enabled? Honestly, I think for this one, hasn't really enabled much. It's just all the new power creep that Plarium's put out just gets put in Mercurial. Because I can't think of champions like Pytheon that used to be a meta champion coming back.
Gizmek.
But Gizmek? Okay. All right.
Yeah, you have to completely rebuild him, but he kills Mercurial now
I mean,
with
Commodus, if you have
deflection.
deflection, yeah, Commodus.
Yeah, you
can
need
do it.
deflection.
Yeah, it's all about
Okay.
deflection.
But
Yeah,
are there,
Commodus and I mean Nail too.
No.
I mean,
pretty much any
but I mean, Commodus,
Volcanos.
yeah, but those are champions that have been in the meta.
Yeah, they took him
but
out. I mean, people that became metas like Crew Traxa became huge in the meta. Carnage became more meta. He was always kind of meta, but he's even better now. Fabian's even more meta. He was already meta.
But let me start off with Ken. Ken, what about you? Is there
Like the
anybody
way
that? Go ahead. Sorry.
sorry. No, no,
I
you
was
go
gonna
ahead.
say, is there anybody that you've had retired that you brought back because of Mercurial?
Mercury. Sufyon, 6-star, Vulcanus. Unfortunately,
Okay.
deflection is also not helping them. But the Gizmak, in the other hand, was. I was thinking to retire him, but like you guys mentioned, deflection set on the Gizmak is super OP right now. I'm also using Gizmak in the not in the deflection set. 9-piece Mercurial, and not gonna lie, I really like his performance in 9-piece Mercurial as well. So as a DPS role.
Okay. Chat, what about you guys? Have you dusted off any other champions and kind of helped you deal with Mercurial? PJ?
I mean, there's people that definitely become more, like I said, Crutrexa has become super meta right now. I don't have her. I mean, I just like ally attacks, counter attacks are becoming more meta. People that I stopped using was definitely Commodus. I don't have a good deflection set on him. Any type of single target, I think Siegfried got a huge hit. Any type of single target DPS took a big hit.
I'm trying to see here in my if there was anything different that maybe people have been using.
Mostly, I think just Rutraxa.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think Katraxa.
Marius Stormcaller, yeah, Marius Stormcaller
Yeah,
is really
Mary
meta.
Stonecaller. Turtles seem to be making a little bit of a comeback, but Zero, what about you?
Yeah, I mean, I still love my Hansel and Gretel team on just single whatever because it does have Lady Mikagi with ally attack. Now you don't get advantage unless they have a debuff out, but that team's really good because you can get a lot of hits out. And that's really the only way to counter it. I did build out the Krutraxa, she's great. I did get with the Dark Elves, so I got really lucky and got whatever her name is. The I don't have it up, but
mythical.
the dark anyway, I got the mythical chick, Moon Spinner, and I have Ziklik, and they have all kinds of crazy multi-hitters, and that's a lot of kind of craziness and fun. But then it's just like you still need if a good person does it well enough and they put your Mavaras and all these other champs out, it gets really, really hard. Doesn't matter. Kind of. So that's all.
Yeah, so anything else that you've kind of popped out because of that?
No, I feel like I've kind of stuck with what I got.
Okay. Jay, is there anybody else that you've dusted off and brought out because Mercurial is such a pain?
Yes, Res Nukers has become more meta. Ally attack teams have become meta. You can use double ally attack teams. You can basically kill 2 people, and then it's a 2v4 now. Now you just got to beat the last 2 people that have Mercurial on. It just depends on back then when it was Stone Skin, you couldn't do that. Like you had to bomb them or last long enough. So it has definitely changed a lot. My team has stayed the same. The gear has been the same for the past 2-3 years, so nothing has changed.
Okay.
Brogny got a little bit of a shine. Shinny's
what
been
is it?
using him. Brogny.
Brogny? Yes. Brogny did because of the reflect. And so is the magma shield relic, right? Because of the reflect
Yeah.
damage. So
Maybe
that's
like
definitely been
Necrit?
kind of nice. Necrit. Okay.
Maybe.
If Mercurial were to be adjusted, would you prefer a direct nerf, a more counter to mechanics, bombs, freeze, HP burns, ignore protection, etc., more champions designed to counter it, or something else? I'm gonna go ahead and answer the first part of this. I do not want to see more champions brought in designed to specifically counter Mercurial. I would love for Plarium to go ahead and buff some of the other champions to counter Mercurial, right? That's what I would love to see. Not new designs, because we already have power creep. That said, let's start off with Ken first.
I mean, if they are going to nerf it, I prefer like they are nerfing like more unique way. Not they did the same thing for the Stone Skin, like HP burn and the bomb. So I don't know.
Okay.
More unique way I want.
Okay, chat. What about you guys? Because of right now, I mean, you can't land any debuffs. You can't do any hits. Should maybe polymorph be the way to remove it? right? There was a point in time where Uko could steal it, but I guess that's been patched. So should it be available to be stolen or something else? Gestel, what about you?
Yeah, I definitely like your thought of if they're gonna do it with champs, definitely buff previous champs with the ability. Like certainly ones that are lackluster at this point would be perfect to do that on. Certainly you could do it on future ones as well if they want to go that route. I kind of feel like that's what they will do, and I don't think they will buff previous ones. That I think that would be a great idea if they did do that. But I don't think they will because they haven't done it in the past. Doesn't mean they won't.
Okay. I
Feedback.
do have a suggestion here from Armenian God that was DM'd to me that says, I usually like the idea if an active skill applies a debuff, it will remove a single stack of Mercurial per skill block, even if it doesn't hit. So if Mercurial
Yep.
blocks Shuzen's turn meter decrease and decreases the speed application, that removes a stack. I think that's great. I think that's a pretty solid one. But what does everybody else have to say? Zero, what are your thoughts on this?
Yeah, I think that would be amazing. I think if I were to do it, I would make it you get 4 stacks. What's a pinpoint? Gives you 4 stacks or something, intercept
Correct.
maybe. I would say a 9-piece gives you 4 stacks of it and it doesn't come back every time. Um, I would say if you have a champion that does a debuff, if it blocks a debuff and it isn't technically a hit, that should remove a stack. I like that. And then you know what? I'm going to just say it. Maybe it should be immune from stealing. So just let anybody who can still buff steal it off of you too.
Okay.
If you get rid of the other, that could maybe work.
Okay. David, I would love to see an ethos buff. I love ethos. Uh especially because he's got a triple hitter too. PJ, what about you?
Yeah, I'd like to see more of a direct nerf, something kind of like what Armenian said, kind of like what deflection is already, where if you try to place a debuff or try to reduce the turn meter, that counts as a stack. Because personally, if they do it where it's more champ driven, then it's gonna be if you have the champion or don't have the champion, and I think that just sucks. Where if it's more of a direct nerf, then it's gonna help everyone out, not just if you have the champion or don't have the champion. So yeah, I'd like to see more of a direct nerf. I mean, obviously they can keep on continuing to buff and change champions and release champions that help counter it. But as far as like I would like to see a direct counter as well with them doing other champions to help counter it as well.
I guess what I would not want to see is somebody that ignores Mercurial. Like we had champions like that would ignore pure stone skin, like Georgian and stuff like that. I don't know if that would be the right idea. So Plarium, be cautious if you do go that way. Just saying. Jay, what about you?
In terms of the first 3 stacks you get in the beginning, I don't think that requires a nerf because like debuffs, like as much as we would love to use that, you just bring Cavalax and there go. The whole team has no Mercurial, you just win. So that is not a good, mechanic strategy. Like Stone Skin was good because it helped you, but you could also build resist to resist those bombs or burns. I think the best way to actually quotations nerf it is when they get that new stack should not protect the same way that the first 3 do. So that one should, if you get extra turns, like for instance Maria, you shouldn't be able to like double stack on top. Like you don't get it from getting that extra turn because that's not your normal turn. So that would be quotations 1
Like that.
nerf. And then number 2 would be that total guard stack that you get after you've lost your 3 and you start getting them per turn. That should not be, it should be allowed to be stolen or removed in some form of fashion other than damage. That would make it good. So that way, if someone's slow or they're not like they don't have a good fast team, the Mercurial, normal the 9-piece could keep them at least alive, and the opponent has to hit multiple times. It's just in general like it helps overall. Like we're not just thinking about end game, we're also thinking about the early to mid game players too. You want them to have a way to combat people who are doing other strategies because they might not have as good Mercurial as me or someone else. So things like that I think would be the proper way. Because if you just start like harsh, the whole gear is garbage at that point. You might as well just go back to other gear. So you just got to be, they got to be careful with how they do it.
Right. What would be a fair middle ground look like to you? How can Mercurial make remain relevant, but not make it dominate in PvP? I would say give it a little more PvE use, right? Because that is the next question, which I'm gonna kind of put it into both for you. Would you support the nerf to be more for PvP wise? Or would you prefer that it gives more of a PvE balance, right? I think for myself, because against bosses, it doesn't do anything, right? It really kind of hurts. I think a good change to it is maybe give you those 3 stacks at the beginning and then maybe a percentage heal, like a 15% heal every turn you take after that. Because I think that would still give you a good balance for PvP and still make it usable for PvE. Because if a champion has it for PvE, you're going to be okay with, ads and stuff like that. But once you get to the boss of the wave or the stage or whatever, it's pretty much useless. So I want to hear from you guys in chat. What would be the common middle for PvP? And what would you give it for a PvE buff? Or has it helped you for PvE? Gusto, let's start off with you.
Yeah, I don't think about it at all for PvE. And being a Soledaddy owner, I wouldn't mind everybody getting a heal with the Mercurial, but
Well, I'm saying for PvE purposes.
no, but yeah, no, I
after
get
the
it. But
first
for
3 stacks,
PvE,
instead of after
Yeah,
the first 3
that-
stacks, after you get the first 3, instead of getting another stack, you get a heal. I think
yeah. No, that would certainly be way better in PvE. So I'd be fine with that. I'd be fine with that.
Ken, what about you?
I mean, not really like PvE wise, like can't really say like Mercury is helping me. But back in the day, like whenever I was pushing for the faction war, if this set was available on the faction war, at least on the wave, maybe I can put some champion on the Mercury set, so it can be helped. Obviously, people still can do that. Don't get me wrong, I finished my faction war already, but most of the people still struggle there. But yeah, against the bosses, like you said, doing nothing.
Yeah, and I mean a good example of this is like I have my my Hilvy, right, in a 9-piece Mercurial. When I get to the boss stage, like yeah, it's great on the ads. She'll survive everything. She'll carry the team. Once you get to that boss stage, she can't heal back up, right? So you need something. So for like my team, I run on where are we? For my team on what did I do with it? Yeah, I bring Melga in because Melga has a shield and a heal and is able to kind of take care of it. So in a case like that, I think that would be very helpful. Jay, what about you?
It does seem interesting to add like they could for PvE when you're in a dungeon or other area other than PvP, you could get instead of getting a total guard stack, you could get a heal guard stack. Right. So like as you get hit, you can keep healing yourself. Think of it as like regeneration, but kind of like from Brogny's hit, like you get healed. And then when you lose all your stacks, you get that one little heal guard stack, and then you can keep kind of like a little mini regeneration, but it heals you when you're hit. So you have to survive the hit, right? And I think that'd be pretty cool. I think that'd be a good addition to PvE. It would help out new players too. If they can't farm Fire Knight to get regeneration gear, this could be their way to put champions in 4 or 6-piece Mercurial heal gear set, right? Which would be like a slight variation. And boom, I think that'd be very interesting for both PvE and PvP, where you could be like, in PvP I get total guard, but in PvE I get heal guard. So they could do that. I think that seems pretty nice. Yeah, of course, you can mix it with golden elixir or stuff like that too.
Well, that's what I was gonna say is you could do it so that it procs if your champion goes below 50% HP, you get a heal on like a 1 or 2 turn cooldown or something like that. I think that would be something that would benefit in both areas. PJ, what about you?
I think it's crazy that you're talking about buffing this for PvE. Like you want this to be the god set? Like, dude, like what do we? It can't be perfect in every situation. Like, not every
True.
set is perfect in every like.
But what
For
we're
same
talking
thing,
about,
I use Hilvi in Faction Wars, and guess what? I put her in a bolster set when I use her in Faction Wars instead of 9-piece Mercurial. Game changer, I know. Like,
yeah,
there's other ways to do it. Like
right? But
like
I'm
you do
saying
no. Hmm.
I guess what I'm saying is like, what's the common ground? What would change it so that it's still usable in PvP and still usable in PvE, but would not make PvP you wanting to pull your hair out because, you know, if you're like me, you barely have any hair.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think this has anything to do with PvE. Like, I wouldn't change it for PvP based on PvE. Like, I just don't think that makes any sense. Like, you like it's great against waves. The only thing it's bad against for PvE is bosses. Like, you
Mhm.
take no damage against waves, so it's bad against one thing. Like, I don't know. I wouldn't worry about the PvE side of Mercurial at all. I think it's all about the PvP side.
Okay. Um, Chat has Mercurial helped you at all in PvE? Zero. What about you?
Yeah, I think so. I think in the waves and faction wars hard and just random stuff. It's funny the handful of champs I have put in there. It's like, oh, I don't even have to worry about this fight. Where this fight was a huge struggle before because it is still just so super OP, right? Um, again, what's her face and what's her name?
I don't know.
I won't show me her name, but anyway, the you know the dark elf with the unkillable and the res. It's like, oh, just throw 9-piece Mercurial and you're good.
Okay. I mean,
Yeah.
like like I said, I mean, it does help you with some stages, like, you know, trying to complete certain trials in Faction Wars where you have to keep everybody alive at all times, or don't go below a certain amount of HP threshold. That's great. I just think that, you know, for myself, a happy middle ground. And yes, I do not like to re-gear champions if I've already built them, unless I'm doing a whole account re-gear. I I hate having to go into one piece of one gear set, swap it out for something else. Like, you know, that's a complaint that Zero has a lot, saying, I'm going into this, and even though our boy Gessel has made it so that, you know, we can change it with one click of a button, it's still a pain in the ass. I don't like gear sharing. So yeah, for me, I think that would be a really good common ground, and see if it helps.
Yeah, and I
That
will say just on that, yes,
Helps with
but you
what?
you are also shooting yourself in the foot if you're not gear changing. I
But
mean, it's
what
just
is it helping with? The issue is this set's broken in PvP. I mean, it's good in PvE. We want it to be even better in PvE.
How would it be? No, because you would be removing the total guard stack. So you'd be getting a heal as opposed to nullifying any damage.
But what about for PvP?
The same
So there's gonna
thing.
be two set. So there's gonna be two, so there's gonna be a heal instead of total guard. You're gonna get a
So
heal in
it,
PvP.
so I mean, if you think about it, bolster set, right? You get a massive shield to protect everybody, and then you get a heal over time after every turn you take. So it'd be kind
So
of
you
be like
want
that.
to, so you want it to be even better. So you want it to be total guard and heal.
I I think yeah, but you're removing the total guard stack that you get after. So you get the first 3 initial ones to keep your
And
champion
you get a
alive.
whole bunch of healing. I
And
mean,
then after that, you get healing. You know, it doesn't have to be an excessive amount of healing. You get 15, 20%, something like that. But I think that would make it a
I
little
don't think that'd
more,
be.
I
I
think
don't
that would be
know.
a little bit better. I don't know. I don't know.
you
Chat.
know what make it better if we just delete it from the game. That'd be really good.
Well, look, they're not going to delete it from the game, but they do take what we say into consideration. And, you know, they did do a pretty decent job about that during this week. So you listened to Plarium on something that we knew was going to be a problem. So hopefully you take some advice about what we just talked about here and you use it. And the reason why I say they listened is because this was something that was going to be brought out this week, a mythical champions faction guardians. And I mean, you could see it all. Scratch's face right here was just like, no,
Yeah.
not happening. Come on,
So
bro.
funny.
Right?
This juice is great.
But I mean, the stat bonuses 10% HP, 10% attack, 15 speed, 10 defense, 45 resistance, 45 accuracy. you know, we got into, they said Faction Guardians isn't going to be anytime soon. They've been saying that forever. And then they were pretty much putting this in the last patch and decided against it last minute. The community was like, absolutely not. You know, it really, one of the people that I was talking to was like, dude, I have a +4 Gizmac. I wouldn't have empowered him if I knew that this was coming down the line, right? So that said, Plarium does listen, and they didn't put this in. They will be putting it in, but let me find out from you guys. What do you think about mythical Faction Guardians?
Wait, isn't a +4 Gizmac better than doing this?
It is.
It is,
It is
but
big.
you know,
Yeah.
for
There's only
example,
Gizmac's the only champion in the in that Ogren.
but what I'm saying
So
here
far.
is if you're in a different faction, you know, some people have a +4 Lady Mikage or, you know, stuff like that. And, you know, would you benefit more? Like imagine having a +4 Arabias, right? And then having a Nias, a single target Nias, just a baseline Nias. Would you prefer to have the +4 Arabias, or would you prefer to have, you know, the extra stat boost for Nias? So with that said, what are your stances on the Faction Guardians? Are you happy that they did not roll out with the mythical Faction Guardians? Let's start off with Ken first.
Me?
Yeah.
I don't see problem. I don't know why everybody start crying about it. Like, I really don't understand the problem. We already have a +4 mythical champion on the game. They are getting insane amount of the stat bonus. Power creep is already like out of nowhere. There is this game straight pay to win in the last 3 years since the mythical champion started. And I'm not gonna cry for the 10% HP, 15 extra speed, and the 55 accuracy resistance, man. Like I got over them. It doesn't surprise anymore. We have a Solanar Tech Day on, like, there is a like legendary faction guardian for them. Nobody crying about this champion, which is they are like more broken than most of the mythical champion. But yeah, I don't see problem. I don't know why they delayed, why they scare of the community, to be honest.
Okay. Gessel, what about you?
I felt like it was early to do it, mostly because like we don't have that many mythical champions in each faction. I thought you would at least have to get 5 in each faction before you would release this. That was just my thinking. I've had people come ask me as as recently as like 2 weeks ago, should I plus 1 or +2 so, and I'm like, I don't know if Faction Guardians is coming that soon. And then and then they, you know, kind of teased it, pushed back, you know, and then obviously they're pushing it back. So that was just my thought. Like I just feel like it's early. Obviously, yeah, I kind of felt like this, like most of the people would be upset because this would only help the Krakens, but I didn't realize the Krakens would be upset because they empowered all their champs. So
Yeah.
it doesn't really make anyone happy. So I don't know. I'm kind of to Ken's point, like it's coming. I don't know.
It's
Delay
been almost
it or
3 years, by
whatever.
the way. The mythical
Yeah,
champion
that's a
started.
great point too.
Yeah.
Yeah, mythicals have been out for a while, so I don't know. To that point as well, though, like why do Ogren only have 1? So you know, it's kind of crazy,
Yeah.
crazy.
That was a bad example, but I do want to hear from chat. Do you guys think it was too early because there's not enough champions to fill? Like, you know, if we had 5 or 6 mythicals in each faction, would that be a better time for Plarium to release this out? And then I do want to know, going forward, are you going to be that quick to empower your mythical champions? PJ, what about you? Your thoughts?
Yeah, I got a lot of thoughts on this. I agree with Ken a lot. Like, well, I don't know where to start. So, first of all, it's way too soon to do this. Like we said, there's only one one mythical and Ogren. Like the whole idea of faction guardians is like they're trying to do it like Legos. Like for Legos, if you get a dupe, it's like, oh, it kind of makes the dupe feel better because then you can put in faction guardians help everyone. But with mythicals, there's only 1, 2, or 3 champions. There's not that many people you're helping with the bonus, so it's almost better just to empower anyways, depending on what it is. And then as far as the actual faction guardians itself, I mean, I feel like this was going to be coming at some point, like I said, sooner than we expected, but I mean, it's for the average person. I don't think this affects you at all. I think this is really going to be affecting the spenders versus the big spenders, the people that spend hundreds of thousands versus 10,000. Like that's gonna be where that's gonna be where the real gap widens. Because the average person, if you're facing one of these people, they're gonna beat you regardless if they have this filled out or not. Like it doesn't really matter. The other thing that I think is funny that them delaying it is it doesn't change anything. It actually makes it almost worse because if they would have added it now, then it would have been a slow power climb because people don't have it instantly maxed. But now that people know that it's coming, they can save, and then as soon as it drops, it's boom, instantly 15 speed, everything's maxed, it's be an instant power creep versus it being more of a slow power creep over the time of people trying to fill it out. So it's almost like maybe worse. I don't know. I mean, it's just an interesting thought, but I feel like overall, yes, the average person not affected. It's going to be those mega krakens versus the kind of mega krakens that feel the big gap, and I think that's who's going to be really upset about this.
Okay. Jay, what about you?
Yeah, I think it's just too soon. I mean, we didn't get faction guardians for regular Legos and epics in 5, 6 years into the game. You know, like mythicals needs more time, not just because players themselves need to have more mythicals in their account, but just there's not enough mythicals in each faction as well. Also, like for someone like me, who when you're fighting other spenders or whales and krakens, faction guardians is something you can't see. I can't tell if you have a specific faction that has the accuracy or the speed. What if I'm like, oh, I normally beat that person, right? Because there's no mythical faction guardians, right? And I'm like, all right, cool. I know this player. I usually beat them. They're gonna pick this. I'm gonna ban this because pick and bans is a part of Live Arena. If you release this now, I might not even ever be able to beat that mythical now because they have so much, that extra little bit of 15 speed or accuracy causes me not to resist, which ends up me losing the fight. So it's a little bit of stats, right? But the little things, especially for me, how I play, it does matter. Like you can see their blessing, you can see their empowerment, you can see what champ they're choosing, which lets you go, okay, I can choose different champs based on what I'm seeing. I can't see the mythical faction guardian. So that's another reason why I think it's better if they just wait. They have to give more opportunities, give us more chances to get like mythical fusions, instead of regular fusions. Like I think the game is starting to get there, so that way mythical faction guardians makes more sense because you have more free to play players with more mythicals. It's just way too soon. But I think they're gonna release it probably during their anniversary next year in 2027, and hey, here it is. I think that's how it's gonna be.
Well, would next year be too early? Chat, what do you guys think? I don't know. Overall, I'm kind of happy that they didn't do this as a an FTP player here. I'm very happy that they didn't do it because it allows me to build up those resources and wait for those. Also, I mean, Plarium, you can't release mythical faction guardians when you have champions like Empress that can't be empowered. You're not giving us anything, and champions like Carnage that can't be empowered, or Polera. Like, come on.
That was in sorry, I don't know if you meant to skip me or not, or you're coming to me, but
no.
But that was something that Jay just said. I was like, yeah, that's cool, but how many of the free mythicals? There's only going to be one in the game. Yeah, to your point, those. And the fun fact, I don't know, I've only got one dude in my account. I never empowered him, and it is Gizmac. But I'd be curious for like Ken, how many dupes do you have as a free to play? But I don't buy the Dilios either, so or haven't. So Ken, how many dupes do you even have?
Mythical.
Yeah, mythical dupes. Yeah.
0.
Yeah. So I'd be curious, like to the community. Like, I don't know how they didn't look at this and go, okay, how many people actually have dupes, regardless of the pluses or whatever? Like, and let's be honest, if you because the mercy on this is absurd too to even get a mythical. So let's be honest, if you pull and you get a dupe, you're pissed. And if that dupe is Mikage because she's a free champion, you're even more pissed, right? So I think it was just, I guess they'll do it eventually, but we don't. Mythicals are so hard to get; it's ridiculous. So I don't know how they're gonna pull this off. And I do think there needs to be more of them in the game, and then you're watering down the pool. And are you gonna make really crappy mythicals, right? And no offense, but we just got finished talking an hour about Mercurial, but how many of the mythicals that were OP got completely nerfed when Mercurial got into the game? So
Right.
are we just screwing up the pool anyway? So I know that was a bunch of ADHD diarrhea from the mouth, but yeah, hopefully that resonated with somebody.
Yeah. No, I agree. I agree. I like this. I'm
Yeah,
no
buff roll me. I
longer
just got
I'm no
frozen.
longer free to pay. I forgot to pay. That's how you define me from now on. I
First to
like that.
pay.
First to pay too. That's another one. But yeah, no, I think for a while now we need to kind of, save up. At least for me right now, that's kind of where I'm gonna go, is knowing that this is gonna be in the future. We don't know where. I'm definitely going to be saving my empowerments. All right. We've got some live arena bonus or gem slots that we're going to be getting, or gemstones, sorry. So we're going to go run through these, and I want your overall thoughts on like how good these are going to be for your accounts. Will they be useful? Are you hoping to get any of them? Some of them seem pretty crazy. Some of them seem pretty lackluster. Now, the only way that we'll be able to achieve on acquiring these is that 1 week out of the month where live arena
2 weeks, isn't it?
is it 2 weeks? I thought it's 1 week, or maybe like 10 days or something like that.
It's 2 weeks, I
Where
think.
live 2 weeks. Okay, so those 2 weeks we'll have a chance to get some of these. And is that enough, right? So let's go ahead and start off with the mythicals first. The first one here, wearer ignores 5% defense when attacking enemies with a different affinity to the wearer. Okay. The wearer deals 5% more damage for every 25% of HP lost. That's going to be a pretty massive one, especially for champions that have, Garrel, right? Turn meter fill effects from skills are 15% more effective on the wearer. We have Monastery, which is wearer ignores 15% of the target's resistance when placing a true fear. Nightmare impenetrable. The wearer receives 10% less damage from enemies with a different affinity. That seems kind of iffy. Binding Barrage, the wearer ignores 15% of the target's resistance when placing a stun debuff. Abyssal Ice, the wearer ignores 15% of the target's resistance when placing a freeze. Runerous Venom, the wearer ignores 15% of the target's resistance when placing poison debuffs. Furious Velocity increases the chances the wearer gets an extra turn from skills by an additional 5%. And then Momentum Breaker, the wearer has a 20% chance to counterattack using their default skill when an enemy receives an extra turn or an instant turn. So from the mythical relics, is there one here that you're really excited about getting, hoping that is really going to be useful? I feel like some of these are just kind of like the ignore the 15% part for placing stuns and CCs and stuff like that is kind of useless. Chat, which one do you think is the most powerful one out of the mythical relics? Ken, let's start off with you.
I mean, most of them, like you mentioned, like ignore resistance, like we care about that. Like we already have like one gemstone like that on the normal group. Like I think it was something with the god.
Vogue.
For
yeah.
the provoke, yeah. I have like
Yeah.
multiple copy of that, man. I'm
Yeah.
not having fun with that. The first one is looking good against a different affinity, obviously. Second one is the also good to know Mercy. Terminator field effect more effective. Living Dynamo is also looking good. Beside that, this extra turn from the skill is initial by 5%, which is it's confirmed, guys. This is also going to be work for the passive skill. The second one from the last is also good, and the last one, obviously, the counter attack is also looking good. I mean, most of them are bad, but there is a really solid one as well.
Gessel, what about you? Your thoughts on the mythical relics, mythical gemstones?
Yeah, a lot of dumb ones. I think I like the last one the best.
Yep.
That one looks the
Okay.
best to me. Yeah.
Okay. PJ, what about you?
Yeah, kind of very hit or miss. I pretty much every single one that Ken said. I really like the no mercy for Chimera, especially because you can wait till it's at pretty much 0 HP, so you get a huge damage boost. The first one seems decent. The last two seem pretty good. The wearer receives 10% less damage from enemies with different affinity is okay-ish. But yeah, I'm really not a big fan of the res ones. Ignoring res for like poison, stuns, freeze. It's just too specific, especially now with Mercurial and stuff. Like, I don't know. I'm not too big of a fan.
Not just that, but mythical champions themselves have ignore resistance built
Yeah.
into them. So I feel like if I get one of these, I'm gonna be pretty pissed.
Yeah.
Zero, what about you?
Yeah, I think I mean you just got to consider Mercurial in all of these. So all the ones that have debuffs doesn't matter. Mercurial just nerfed that out of the game basically. And the only thing that kind of can counter Mercurial would be the very last one, the Momentum Breaker. So I would say personally, Momentum Breaker is the only thing halfway decent. How about give us one that lets us ignore the effects of Mercurial? That'd be great.
Actually, guys, being useless is a five-headed thinker. He actually gave us the right information here. He says all these new gemstones can fix one problem that we have, which is the shortage of starstone dust. So you could just sell the shit like
Oh, yeah.
Venom Age, Ice, and
He
Barrage.
said still can't fix. He said can't fix.
No, they can, because you could just sell them and get what is it, like 300? Jay, what about you?
They seem like a lot of filler, very unique things to like use if you're trying to do some niche stuff. But I think the first two and the last two are the only ones that are like, I guess, viable normally. But the other stuff is like very niche things, you know.
Okay. Moving on to the legendary ones, we got Fearmonger, where it deals 10% more damage against enemies under fear and true fear. Take them all down. Increases the wearer's ignored defense by 5% against enemies whose max HP is greater than the wearer's in siege and arena. Kind of weakness revealed. The wearer receives 5% less damage from enemies under debuffs placed by the wearer. Less stand, healing, and shield buffs received while the wearer is below 50%. Are 25% more effective. Hunkered down, the wearer receives 25% less damage from bomb debuffs. Unflammable decreases the chances that the wearer's skills won't activate due to fear or true fear by 10%. Taking advantage, the wearer deals 10% more damage against enemies under stun. That could be dangerous under Marius with Stormcaller. Toys with foes, the wearer deals 10% more damage against enemies under provoke. Pyromaniac, wearer deals 10% more damage against enemies under HP Birth. And then Toxic Touch, wearer deals 10% more damage against enemies under poisons. So again, same thing here. I think the only one that I'm kind of like, okay, I'd take is the taking an advantage one. If you have a Marius with Stormcall, I think that'd be kind of good. And then Last Stand is probably one of the better ones. But what do you guys think here, chat? Let's start off with PJ first.
Yeah, I mean, I'd see some of the bottom ones being used in like a Chimera Hydra with HP burn, maybe on like a Ninja or something. Some type of PvE stuff I think they could be good in. Yeah, the take them down could be kind of interesting. It just sucks that it's just strictly for a season arena, which was just not restricted. You could use on anything, but that's pretty good. Being able to ignore more defense is always a good thing for nukers. So these seem like okay, a little bit better, but nothing like too crazy. Just solid.
Okay. Gessel, what about you?
Yeah, I like the unflappable one. I feel like my fear chances are about 100%. So if that was taken down to 90%, that'd be pretty solid.
Don't forget,
I
you
also
still have
like,
that 3%.
Exactly. Yeah, so I don't know. I kind of like that one. The other ones are okay. Yeah, nothing crazy, I guess.
Okay. Zero, what about yourself?
Yeah, nothing too crazy. I like PJ's thoughts on like if you know you're taking this champion in a specific area, like the ninja one, for example, is a good example. Nothing too terribly crazy out here.
Okay.
10% more damage. Yeah, poisons maybe.
Okay.
Maybe.
Ken, what about you?
Yeah, I agree with our friends. Most of them are pretty bad. Take him down is looking good, but yeah, the rest of them is very, very bad.
Okay. Jay?
Yeah, a lot of them are pretty cool in PvE. Except for the take them down. That looks interesting as well because build defensive or attack nukers. But other than that, it seems a little bit more decent than the previous one. The previous one was really niche. This one has a little bit more flexibility. You can do more things in PvE. But other than that, PvP is just kind of not that great.
Okay. Moving on to the epic ones. Void Slayer, where it deals 5% more damage against void affinity enemies. Okay. Bloody Momentum, where's crit damage increased by 5% each time they kill an enemy, stacks up to 25%. Force Breaker, the where it deals 5% more damage against force enemies. Perfect Heist, where deals where's accuracy, increases by 30 when attempting to steal a buff. Self-control, the wearer's resistance increases by 10% for each turn on a cooldown remaining on all their active skill stacks up to 100. Standing Proud, the wearer's resistance increases by 50 while under a taunt buff. Essence Taker, wearers is healed by 20% of the damage inflicted when killing an enemy. Spirit Breaker, the wearer deals 5% more damage against spirit affinity enemies. Old Sorority, where it ignores 10% of the target's resistance when transferring debuffs. And then Magic Destroyer, the wearer deals 5% more damage against magic enemies. I feel like the first two are probably, Void Slayer and Bloody Momentum are the better ones. Although I do feel like you'll probably get a little more case use of some of the epics as opposed to the legendary and mythical ones. But PJ, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I like a lot of these actually. The ones with doing more damage in specific enemy types can be good, especially in Siege if it's like an all single affinities room. The Bloody Momentum I think is really strong, stacking more crit damage. I'm very interested to see how the self-control works with mythicals. Do you guys know how that's gonna work? Do mythicals count for both active skills? Because that could be a lot of res. So I'm like a Galathier or something.
Don't know. I don't think the transformation is actually an active skill, if I'm not mistaken. But that would be something I can put in.
Yeah, so I'm not sure how that works, but I think Essence Taker is also a really good one, just like a little life steal. Yeah, I think there's a lot of good ones in here. Good epics.
Okay. Gessel, what about you?
Yeah, I'd say the second one is probably my most liked out of this, the Bloody Momentum. That's pretty strong, man. I'm kind of honestly a little surprised it's an epic. And a triangle, because there's a lot of triangles that needs to be filled up in these things. So that would be a good one to grab, I think.
Yep. Definitely really solid for dungeon farming champs too. Zero, what about you?
Yeah, same thing. I guess the real question is, am I going to be going into Live Arena when the season's not on and doing it? So the answer is no.
I
So
think
I
the
probably
bigger
won't see any
question
of these.
is we have bigger questions for you. Jay, what about you?
Yeah, I think the first two are pretty good, and I like Standing Proud. I think a lot of people are gonna like that one. So, people are gonna be using probably bringing back MX. People are using Pelops right now, so making him stronger just is more annoying. So don't be surprised if you see a lot of high resistance Pelops.
Really? Okay. Ken, what about yourself?
Self-control looking interesting. Resistance. And that's pretty much it.
Okay, so are you planning on going back to a resist main now?
I mean, I don't know. We will see. If they nerf the Mercury, we will see. I don't know.
All right. Well, you could go Mercurial high resist, you know, just saying.
That's not that easy.
Well, I mean, it took you what, 6 years of being free to play to be able to get to like 1,000 resistance? Another six
Yeah.
more years.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a look at some of these rare ones. Fighting Fury, where it deals 5% more damage on every third skill used. Maria is going to be a pain in the ass with this one. The Strong Survive, the wearer deals 5% more damage on enemies whose attack is lower or equal to the wearer's attack. Rapid Regrowth increases the amount of healing the wearer provides to each time they heal, stacks up to 15%. That's actually really good. Through the Tide, the wearer heals 5%. The wearer receives, 5% less damage from enemies whose defense is lower or equal to the wearer's defense. Runes of Shielding. The wearer receives 10% less damage from critical hits. Iron Will increases the wearer's resistance from 5 for every 5% HP loss. Tactical Withdraw. Wearer receives 5% less damage while under any CC debuffs, including Duel, which is interesting. Skullcracker. The wearer receives 5% more damage. The wearer deals 5% more damage to enemies whose defense is lower than or equal to this champion's defense. Woe to the Besieged. The wearer ignores 5% of the enemy's resistance in siege battles. You asked for it. The wearer deals 10% more damage while under a provoke debuff. Is it me, or did the rare ones get better as opposed to some of the legendary and mythical ones? So, I mean, they are going to be a little more accessible than some of the other ones, but let's start off with Ken first. Ken, what are your thoughts on these?
This less damage from crit attack can be cool, maybe, like especially considered like that's rare, which is if you manage to find a correct relic for it, you can place like 2 of them on the same champion. That can be nice. 20% less damage. Not gonna be game changer, but I don't know. Yeah, like you mentioned, the Fighted Fury can be good for the Maria because every third skill she's gonna attack one enemy 3 times on the A1 skill. I mean, they're, to be honest, like you said, like not terrible for the rares. Definitely way better than the most of the legendaries, actually.
Gessel, what about you?
Yeah, I agree with Ken. Not bad for rares. I don't know. Nothing really jumping off the screen here at me, screaming at me to change it out for something else. But yeah, they're reasonably good.
Okay, PJ.
Yeah, they're pretty good for rares. Both of the ones that are, if you have more attack or more defense on the other person, you do more damage, is solid for a rare. The one that Ken said where if you're hit with critical, you receive less damage is really solid. I kind of like, it's only 5%, but the wearer ignores 5% of the enemy's res and siege battles can be kind of interesting. If you have 2 of those, 10% could be stack up. Yeah, for rares, I think these are pretty good. Yeah, better than the legendaries, honestly, which is kind of sad.
Okay. Jay, what about you?
Yeah, I saw these and I was like, damn, these are pretty decent for rares, man. Especially Will of the Iron. That should be a legendary. Dang. Let me get a bunch of those, you know what I'm saying?
And you know, that one doesn't have a cap, so yeah. Mr. Zero, what about yourself?
Yeah, again, people getting some of these lower ones are going to be more accessible to them, so that's kind of cool. Compared to the big ones. And I think just all 4 of these categories in a whole, what I would probably say is it's good to get more variety into the game, I guess. Because I do feel like, you know, you got the standard ones that are there, and like most of them are just like these are trash anyway, like, or so niche. And some of these are coming to that, but now we're gonna have at least a little bit more variety. So that would be overall my take on all 4 of these categories coming into the game.
So my question to chat's going to be, is this or any of these gemstones going to make it so that when Live Arena Seasons is not going on, will you still play Live Arena?
Nope.
Curious to hear. He's like, nope. All right. So the video that I've put in chat, guys, it is the last couple of seconds here before you can go. Just put a comment on, and we're going to pick who is going to get the homecoming, right?
Good luck, good luck.
So hopefully, you know, you're gonna get yourself a lot of goodies here. 3 sacred shards. Actually, I think it's more than 3 sacred shards. You'll get the soul, you get the champion, the voids, all of this nice juicy stuff. So we are going to go ahead and pull the person for this. We put the YouTube video in. There's going to be one winner. 5 + 9 is 14. One comment. All right, let's see. We got 32 comments on the video. All right, and let's pick the winner. The winner will have 48 hours to make sure that they get in contact with me. If not, we'll be picking another one. So here we go. Who is it going to be? Daniel Peterson, 9063. Congratulations, sir. Please make sure you DM me in Discord. And we'll get through working on all that. It'll probably take about a week or so to get it all going because we need to have an active siege and I need to win it, right? Or I need to be able to beat some teams. So we should be able to. So that said, congratulations to you. Before we end off today, let's find out where you guys can go find Mr. Final Kenpachi.
Finally, Kenpachi, both YouTube and the Twitch. We streaming every single day, guys, at the Columbus reset time. Thank you.
Alrighty. What about Mr. Gessel? Where can we come and find you?
You can find me, Gestel Gaming, on YouTube's and on the Twitches. I stream Sunday through Friday, 2 o'clock to 7 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. And, of course, Gestel.gg just released the auto battler to the Gestel desktop app. So go ahead, download that, and check it out. Pretty awesome, man. I'm loving it.
Awesome. Jay, what about you? Where can people come and find you?
People can find me with one name, Jarastar3.
Awesome. Zero, what about yourself?
Well, Zero Brew on the YouTubes is, I would tell you to go watch as many of those videos as you'd like for the next month because I will be taking the channel down after that. And I will also say right now we are pausing on the Twitches. So Brew Crew already knows this. I announced on my 8-year Twitch anniversary that we just had. I don't even know if Gessel knows this. This might be all news to him. So, but the Brew Crew knows. I'm just taking a pause, at least on the Twitch for now. The family and I are opening up a dance studio, a business. And my day job requires a whole lot of my time right now. It's ridiculous. And then I really do need to, especially because we're investing money not into Raid Shadow Legends, but into this business that I gotta keep that ship steered in the right direction, even though my wife and family are doing the bulk of the work. So that being said, we are just pausing on the socials, but I do think we are going to be taking down the YouTube channel after a month. So if you have a famous video that you love or want to go see, please, I would encourage you to go do it. Make a comment. Let me know you watched it. But that's kind of the announcement. I do want to stay coming on to the podcast blazing if you'll keep having me. I'll ping you if I can't make one or something like that. But so if that's the case, we can pretend like we're Ken on Sundays exclusively on Twitch here on this podcast will be where you can see me, at least for the time being.
Awesome.
But yeah, I do appreciate all the love and support everybody has given me over the years, including you guys and the community and all this stuff. But right now, this is just what's best for Zero Brew.
Definitely hear that.
Good luck, man.
Thank
PJ,
you.
what about you? Where can people come find you?
MXPJE on Twitch and YouTube. I stream at least once a day, every weekday. Try to do 2 times. Come say what is up.
Awesome. Hey, Ken, what you got for a shout out for me?
Excuse me. I like to shout out the Zarkos Dungeon. He's also the streamer friend and the playing the Raid Shadow Legends. He love. Anyway, go check him out, guys. You guys will figure out.
All right. Is it like a J type situation?
No. It's
Okay.
not. Don't worry.
Yeah. Jay, what you got for a shout out for me?
This week we're gonna shout out SMZ Plays, Raid Shadow Legends on YouTube, and of course Blazin for also helping out the community and getting this new champion on their accounts. Thank you.
Thank you. Gessel, what you got for a shout out for me?
I'm gonna shout out Ye Old Tash. He's been streaming a ton of raid lately for a while now. Really great streamer, great dude over there. I believe in the UK. So yeah, go give him a follow me and Ye Old Tash on the Twitches.
Awesome. Zero, what you got for a shout out for me?
I'm gonna shout out my boy PJ. So PJ, you might I might have to ping him. We've done some collab streams. If y'all haven't been watching that over the last like month and a half or so, we have done some. Was it stream with friends or whatever the feature is built into Twitch. So it's going to be really hard for me, given the announcement we just made. Really hard for me to just say goodbye and you know all this stuff. So I got a feeling I'll knock on PJ's door every now and then and jump in while he's streaming or something like that. So give him some love, because that's usually the times that I'm on. PJ, if you'll have me too, I know
Of
you
course,
will,
of course, more than welcome. Anytime.
Yes,
We'll
sir.
talk, yeah.
but yeah, make sure y'all
Um,
follow PJ. You want to keep up with the Zero Brew craziness.
Awesome.
And or the Discord. I mean, I'm around. I'm gonna stay in the communities. I'll come hang out in Gestels and Ken's if when I got time. So and Jay. So
Later, bro.
Awesome. My shout out's gonna go to our buddy DeCurst, who has been a great help, always filling in for whenever you guys are out. I was gonna raid him, but it turns out that he came to us, so he beat us out on that. So yeah, massive shout out to DeCurst. Great guy, love him. Just needs to pay a little more attention to his DMs and his cell phone when you text him. You know, guys, next week there
Wait,
will.
you didn't tell me.
Oh, didn't I get you? I'm sorry.
No.
Go ahead.
Shout out to Ray TV. He's actually doing a co-stream with the Curse. I think it was his birthday yesterday. Give him put the shout out and link. He's a good dude. He plays Raid. He plays Dead by Daylight. He plays Fortnite. I think he's playing Chain Together. So definitely check out Ray TV. He's an awesome dude. Good vibes over there.
Okay. Well, sorry about that. I thought I did get you. My bad. I'm so
that's because
sorry.
I've said his name.
Yeah, that's probably it. That's probably it. So guys, there will be no stream next week. Unfortunately, my father-in-law passed away, so there will be stuff going on next Sunday and Monday. So unfortunately, I can't live stream. Maybe I was trying to see if we could do it in church to have you guys all in there, but my wife might kill me. Thank you. So that said, no stream next week. We'll be back the week after. Hopefully Playrim's got some interesting things for us. By that time, maybe they've, kind of buffed my Nias and fixed, fixed the unintended nerf that they did. That said, we're going to raid out to a Mobile Gamer 365 on Twitch. When we get there, give him some love. If you're not following him, give him a follow. Wish him a happy birthday. And guys, again, thank you all again for hanging out with us for these last 2 hours. As much as we hate raid sometimes, we love it because of the community. As always, much love, much appreciation. Be safe, be well, be good to each other. We'll catch you guys next time.